Yet more unfortunate seeming news from BioWare, which really does not bring me any joy whatsoever, actually. Well, hopefully this isn't bad, but as you said before we hit the recording button, Matt, there's a little hint of the lady doth protest too much going on here.
Yeah, we'll get into it, but if you need to write an email like this, something smells a little bit fishy.
Yeah, so Matt Goldman, who is the senior creative director for Dragon Age 4, left BioWare after the two parties mutually agreed to part ways, and this was communicated in this email. Hi everyone, I hope you're well. I'm writing to inform you all that Matt Goldman is leaving BioWare. We have mutually agreed to part ways, and his last day is today. We understand his departure has an impact on you, as well as the game's development. Rest assured our commitment to a high-quality Dragon Age game has not wavered, and we will not ship a game that is not up to BioWare standards. We, including EA's executive team, have absolute confidence in the leadership here at the studio and the people working on this game to carry forward our vision. Now, EA released a separate statement to Kotaku that said, Matt Goldman is no longer working at BioWare. He leaves the next Dragon Age game in excellent hands with the team here at the studio who will carry forward our vision for the game. And those hands that it's been left in appear to be the hands of Christian Daly, who is Dragon Age 4's executive producer. So the executive producer is now senior creative director. Now, Daly was the head of BioWare's Anthem reboot, which ended up not being greenlit before he was put in charge of Dragon Age 4, which of course followed the departure of Casey Hudson and Mark Dara. Of course, Casey Hudson, he was there, I think general manager or whatever. He returned and he went again, and that sort of does give you a little bit of a spook, doesn't it? So that's what's going on. Now, as for who Matt Goldman is, well, he actually joined BioWare back in 1998. He was an artist in the likes of Baldur's Gate and Jade Empire, as well as the first few Dragon Ages. Art director of Dragon Age Inquisition. He took a 3-year break to hop over to Ensemble Studios to work on Halo Wars 2, actually. But he returned to BioWare in 2017 to take over the senior creative director role on Dragon Age 4. Now, he returned after early work in the game had been rebooted and the original vision was basically rejigged. Apparently the pre-2017 version of Dragon Age 4 was actually decently far along in terms of tools, scope, and things like that. But who really knows? Because this game has had a very messy development that has featured everything from, let's see, alleged staffing issues to wholesale direction changes across the 3 documented versions of the game.
This is bringing big flashbacks to Diablo 4.
Yeah.
Maybe D4 is cursed.
Oh, wow. That's the take. But it's weird because it was unveiled in the Game Awards 2018 little teaser thingy, saying that they've gathered their strongest team yet and are venturing forth on the most epic quest ever. Now, those words came shortly after, of course, the Kotaku article in early 2018 that basically reported that BioWare rebooted it into being a live service game, which had people worried. There was a backlash there that prompted a response from Casey Hudson, who at the time was the GM of the company. Reading lots of feedback regarding Dragon Age, I think you'll be relieved to see what the team is working on. Story and character focus. Too early to talk details, but when we talk about live, it just means designing a game for continued storytelling after the main story. Of course, that was at that time where EA were just pushing live service as much as they could. So, who knows where the game is at this stage, really?
That's the thing, because EA have been seeing remarkable changes internally with how they've been handling things. But obviously, this has been rebooted in 2017. So is it going to be emblematic of design setup from 2017 EA? Or is it going to develop in a way that we've seen more recently with EA being happier with the likes of Jedi Fallen Order and stuff? So it's because it's taken so long, it's what influenced it? What will influence it?
Yeah.
What's happening? Have they quietly rebooted it again? And this is why Matt's leaving? Or, are they making a substantial shift? I mean, those are completely out there, and I imagine not. But that's the kind of stuff that I'm thinking. I'm like, okay, well, is this going to be good EA or better EA making good moves? Or what sort of homunculus is there in the background being built?
Well, of course, Jason Schreier's got lots of contacts at EA, EA and BioWare, so perhaps we'll find out more. But it feels odd. he didn't leave with a statement from himself.
Yeah.
And all of the, he's leaving and today's his last day.
Yeah.
Now, we don't know why. There's a lot of... it's not helpful to speculate, but certainly there is a vacuum.
Yeah.
I think there's a vacuum of stabilizing knowledge, and that's going to have people a bit worried. But of course, this is the other issue of another senior creative director out the door, right? Because Dragon Age has suffered, of course. So Mike Laidlaw, creative director and de facto face of the franchise, left BioWare in 2017. BioWare GM Casey Hudson and Dragon Age veteran Mark Darrell left last December in order to, quote, make way for the next generation of studio leaders. Probably left for an opportunity. This, of course, was the second time that Hudson had left BioWare. Gary McKay took over as interim general manager, but it took until July 2021 for him to be announced as a permanent replacement. So that's interesting. Maybe they did a look. And interviews and decided the guy they had was the right guy to continue in that role.
Which is good.
There's that. Of course, there's the Laura Miele statement, just, thanking them for their part and being essential in the studio history, all of that.
Yeah, they're not trying to remove them from history. They're actually saying, these guys were important, so thanks and all that.
Goldman, a bit more down to business with the no more Goldman.
Yeah, of course.
Now, during an investor call in March, Andrew Wilson responded to concern over the remaining leadership and roadmap by saying that they're an incredible studio full of incredible people, blah, blah, blah. He says, I think from the outside wall, there have been some blips in their delivery over the last couple of years, but that has come as a result of them pushing deeply into innovation and creativity. I don't feel like Anthem and Mass Effect Andromeda were... You could say with Andromeda, because they did have some pretty out there, wacky initial prototypes and plans for that game, I guess. Well, I don't know, feels odd. Anyway, Andrew said they felt very, very confident about their future roadmap, with Dragon Age and Mass Effect. But who knows? Because of course he's going to say that. It's an investor call. If he doesn't say that, the stock will go down. Sorry, everyone. We don't have great confidence in BioWare, but sure, we'll see. Come back in a few quarters. He's not going to say that.
That's something I'd love to see. There's never it's either good news with specifics, good news very generically that you can't trust, or no news, which is bad news. No one will ever actually just say, BioWare really shit the bed. We have to replace like half the studio, but we have to be honest with our investors. They're all just like, we're confident.
Yeah.
No further details, please.
Now, there's only one way that Mass Effect could make it onto my naughty list, other than being bad. But if a new Mass Effect means that The Expanse doesn't get the follow-up mini-series set of series that I really think it should, and that a lot of people are speculating that it will because of where Season 6 is going to end with that franchise, and how its creators have talked about how there's actually loads of space for, I'm not going to spoil any of the latter trilogy books for The Expanse. So, Amazon Prime Video, you best be planning for a Mass Effect series and more Expanse content. Right? Now, apparently there's going to be a Mass Effect TV series. Now, apparently, BioWare had rejected a lot of film and television stuff for Mass Effect over the years, but apparently there's going to be something here with Amazon Prime. People are speculating Henry Cavill, because I guess, he's known as games on the television man to a degree, but also he posted a photo on Instagram regarding a secret project that, once deblurred, turned out to include a Wikipedia entry for Mass Effect 3.
Yep. If you're going to blur anything using a simple filter, don't.
Come on, Matt. I suppose a lot of people wouldn't know about deblurring.
Yeah. I mean, anyone posting secret stuff, go ahead so everyone can read it.
Yes, that's it. The blur, default blur, it's great.
Uncrackable.
Yep, undefeatable.
Yep.
So, hey, could be cool. Be cool. We've had, look, sci-fi TV is great, and I don't see any reason why Mass Effect would fuck it up. It just needs to not fall into the traps of general games making it to other mediums, so look at Arcane.
Yeah.
Look how it didn't have a bit where like, oh wow, we need to assemble a League of Legends. Or, how, yes, there was stuff in Arcane that was absolutely the skill sets of those champions.
Yeah.
But it always felt natural and never forced. So do that stuff right, and I think Mass Effect could be a very fun universe for stories to be told.
Yeah, I mean, I think, as Adam points out, it's coming like after the Wheel of Time debuted fairly okay. Well, with a big launch, and then 72 and 82 for Tomato Meter and audience score.
Interesting.
So doing perfectly okay, but for an adaptation of a well-loved book series, that's actually fairly impressive. There's one. What was the other? Yeah, because I mean, there's Witcher went down a treat, largely speaking. There's Castlevania went down a treat as well, largely speaking. So I think there's definitely room for this. We've basically finally someone's figured out how to do this stuff right. So hopefully they actually can. And obviously Mass Effect has incredible potential for a TV show.
It really does. Yeah, they just need to do it right, and hopefully they do. So look, there you go. That's it. Hopefully this isn't a big issue.
Yeah.
I think what I want is Mass Effect and Dragon Age to be really, really, really good. And I guess the only worry here is just how down to business these emails come across.
Yeah.
But who knows? You could read into anything a million different ways.
That's true.
Yeah, so let us know what you think anyway. That's it from us, and of course, we'll see you next time.